Good day, everyone. So for today, we will talk about probability. So this is the topic for this grade 10 mathematics. So our objectives here at the end of the session, you are expected to, number one, you have to illustrate events, unions, and intersections of events. Number two, you have to illustrate the probability of a union of two events. Number three, find the probability of A union of B. Four, illustrate mutually exclusive events. And number five, solve problems involving probability. So what is probability? When you say probability, this is a measure of certainty or uncertainty that a particular situation or event will happen. So dito sa part na po ito, mini-measure po natin kung posible po or imposible yung isang event. For example, what are the chances na magkakaroon ng ulan dito sa Pilipinas? So meron tayong 50% dyan na uulan ngayong araw at yung 50% dyan na yung hindi uulan. So marami tayong mga situation na nagme-measure dito na possible na 100% or sometimes a percentage of it or sometimes impossible, which is the 0%. So let's go over to the terms regarding the probability. So number one, we have the experiments. When you say experiment, these are the activities which have the well-defined results. So pag sinabi po natin experiments, ito yung mga aktibidades na kung saan meron tayong well-defined result o yung may mga resulta. Okay po? For example, if you are tossing a coin, okay? So, ayan ang isang example ng experiment. Wherein, meron tayong well-defined result dyan. Ang well-defined result natin is one is the head and the other one is the tail. So, other examples, aside from tossing a coin, we have the pair of dice. So, syempre, meron tayong well-defined results doon sa pagtatapon natin ng pair of dice. So, sa pair of dice, meron tayong 36 possible na result. Okay? Drawing a lucky number, syempre maraming number dyan, and many, many more. So, doon sa experiment na po yun, meron tayong tinatawag na outcomes. When you say outcomes, these are the possible results of an experiment. Meaning, kapag meron tayong tossing a coin, for example, sa isang experiment, so ang outcome ay dalawa lang yan. It's either number one, head, and number two, is a tail. Siyempre, sa outcome na yon, siyempre, meron tayong tinatawag na sample space. Pag sinabi po natin sample space, this is the set of all different possible outcomes of that experiment. Sa outcome na yon, siyempre, sinusulat natin yung set. Okay? The set of all possible different outcomes of that experiment. So, kapag po ako nagsusulat or pag po tayo nagsusulat ng outcome, sample space. So, ang lagi po nating ilalagay natin sa set is letter S lagi. S will stand for the sample space. And then, for example, if you are tossing a coin, so the outcome is one head and the other one is the tail. So, ganito po tayo magsulat ng set doon sa mismong outcome. So, itong kabuuan ito, ang tawag natin dito ay sample space. And sa sample space na yun, syempre, any set of outcomes derived from the sample space is called an event of the sample space. Syempre, doon sa event, dito pumapasok yung sa mismong experiment. For example, sa experiment natin na sabihin natin tossing a coin twice, then yung set ng outcomes na dinerive doon sa sample space, na derive natin sa sample space, ang tawag doon is yung event. Example here is 3 coins are tossed. So, let's list down the elements in the sample space. Kapag po tayo maglilista ng elements in the sample space, let's say S, lagi po natin tataan yung S, and then you have to write down all the outcomes dito sa part na to. So therefore, ang mga outcomes po nito when you toss those 3 coins are the following. H or head, trip, tail. We have here head, tail. Ano pa? Tail, tail. And then tail, head. Another one is head, tail. Tingnan natin kung ano ha, kung medyo may nadoble dyan. Head, tail. Head, tail, head. Wala. Head, tail, head. And meron ba tayong head, tail? Siyempre, wala pa. Head, tail. Okay, this is 8 possible outcomes. Okay? Now, list all the elements in the event which is 3 heads. So, saan po tayo magfo-focus doon sa elements on that said event, yung tinatawag na 3 heads. So, magfo-focus kayo dapat sa elements doon sa sample space, doon sa previous. So, kung makikita natin, list down the elements. So, kapag wala pong nakasulat kung anong letter yung event, you will start with letter A. Okay? And then, tignan kung ilan dyan yung tatlong heads sa sample space. So, isa lang. So, therefore, ang isusulat mo dito sa event na to ay H. Next one. List the elements in the event. We have here 2 tails. So, pag wala pong list of elements, yung sunod na letter tayo, we have letter B. Then, tignan natin kung ilang elements yung merong 2 tails lang or dalawang tails. So, we have here 1, 2, 3, tatlo lang. So, therefore, you have to write this as H, tail. We have here tail, tail, and tail, head. Yun lang. So, ganun lang po kadali isulat yung probability whenever 3 coins are tossed. Okay, our next problem is this one. 4 coins are tossed. So, can you please list down all the elements in the sample space? I'll give you the time, so you have to pause this video. And when you have an answer, please resume this video. Are you done? Of course you're done. Let's have this answer. So our sample space here is the following. So, paano natin ulit ha? Okay. So, here are the following elements in this sample space. We have here head. We have here 4 tails. Next one, we have head, tail. We have here tail, head, tail. We have here tail, head, tail. We have here tail, head. Head, tail. We have here head, tail. We have here head, tail, head. Another, we have tail, head. Next, we have tail, head. Next one, we have triple head, and we have here tail. Next one is tail, head. Next one, we have head, tail, head. And we have here head, tail, head. And last one, we have tail, head, tail. So these are the elements in the sample space where 4 coins are tossed. Next one. Let's list down the elements in the event. We have three heads. So you have to focus on the sample space, no? So sabi dito 3 heads. So kailangan po makita po dito or hanapin niyo po dito sa sample space yung tatlong heads lang. So let's say event A. So let's have to list down all the elements with 3 heads. So this one is, saan kaya to? Head, 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 tail. We have here tail, head, head, head. We have here head, tail, head, head. And we have here head, head, tail, head. So these are the elements in the event where 3 heads. Okay? Next one. List down all the elements in the event. We have here 2 tails. So let's have here letter B. So our elements in the event where there have only 2 tails appear. So let's say, hanapin natin. Dalawang tails lang to. Ito. Head, head, tail, tail. The other one is head, tail, head, tail. Sunod, head, tail, tail, head. Another, tail, head, tail, head. Next one, we have tail, tail, head, head. And we have here tail, head, head, tail. Yan. So these are the elements in the event where 2 tails appear on 4 coins. I hope you understand this one. Now, if you don't, if this part is unclear to you, please go back again to the part wherein you think that this is unclear to you. Okay, let's have the second part. In a coin die experiment, the sample space S is this one. Okay, so head 1, head 2, head 3, head 4, head 5, head 6. Remember, a die is a 6-faced cube. Okay, 6-faced cube. So this is numbered from 1 to 6. Then we have here tail 1, 2, 3, tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail 4, tail 5, and tail 6. Now, let's have A be the event where a tail on the coin, so ibig sabihin, tail doon sa coin na yon o sa pera, and an odd number doon sa die. Pag sinabi po natin odd number, these are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now, and another one, let's say, let B be the event, a tail on the coin and a number greater than 2 on the die. So, first one, we have A be the event, which is a tail on the coin and an odd number on the die. So therefore, our event A is this one. So hanapin natin dito sa part na to. So lahat dito ay tail. Pero ang number dapat is an odd number. So una is T1, sunod is T3, and sunod is T5. So this one is our event A. How about you? What about event B? Please pause the video. And once you're ready, please resume this video. Done already? Let's see. A tail on the coin, so ibig sabihin, magfo-focus pa rin tayo sa tail. But the problem, number greater than 2. So dapat ang greater than 2 is starting from 3, 4, and so on. So, hahanapin natin itong T3, T4, T5, and T6. So, tingnan natin kung tama ang sagot mo. This is the answer. Next. So, again, we have here the sample space in a coin die experiment. Let's have the sample A a while ago, meaning a tail on a coin and an odd number on the die. And the other one, tail on the coin, and of course, a die which is greater than 2. Okay? Now, let's have first to write on the Venn diagram. So, ito po ang Venn diagram. If you remember on your grade 7 mathematics, on how to put all the elements on the Venn diagram. So let's say this is, kung dati po set A, set B. Now, this is event A and this is event B. So, ang susulat ko po dito sa gitna ng pong portion nito, ulitin ko po, ano po ang isusulat natin sa gitna nitong portion nito? Ang isusulat po dito sa portion na ito ay yung elements o yung event o yung elements na magkakaparehas doon sa event A at sa event B. So, ang mga elements na magkakaparehas ay T3 and T5 only. So, ilalagay mo dito. So, ganito ang ginagawa ko, T3 and T5. And then, yung mga natitira, syempre, doon sa mismong part dito. So, ilalagay ko dito ang T1. And then, we have here T4 and T6. Please remember this Venn diagram. Pakipicturean po ito para meron po tayong reference sa susunod. Kasi hindi ko na po pwedeng i-back itong slide na ito. Once you capture this slide, let's move on to our next slide. Okay. So, kung na-capture nyo yung kanina yung sa Venn diagram, balik ulit tayo dito. So, the intersection of events A and B denoted by A intersection B is the one na magkaparehas yung elements doon sa event A at sa event B. So, therefore, let us write A intersection of B is equal to, isipin na lang natin ito ay intersection. Pasensya na po tayo ha. Ayan. So, let's say intersection of B is equivalent to, what are the elements? So, we have here T3 and we have here T5. So, kung mapapansin nyo po, magkaparehas po yan. Next one, we have here the union of events A and B denoted by A union B is this one. A union of B. So, ano pag sinabing union? Ito yung pinagsamang elements ni A at ni B kasama yung intersection ng dalawa. Pero remember, you have to write the element once only. Isang beses mo lang siya isusulat. So, A union of B is equivalent to T1, T3, T4, T5, and T6. Yun lang. So, I hope you understand this one. So, tandaan po natin, pag intersection po, ito po yung elements na magkakaparehas doon sa mismong event A at saka B. Pag sinabi po natin union, ito po yung elements ng lahat ng A and B kasama ang ating intersection mismo. And remember that whenever you write an element, you have to write only once. Yun lang. Okay, here is the next part. In symbols, if E is an event, then the probability of E is denoted by P of E is defined by the formula. So the formula for finding the probability of an event is this one. So the probability of an event is equal to the number of favorable outcome over the number of possible outcome. When you say favorable outcome, this is based or depending. This is from the event. Okay. And the possible outcome will be your sample space. Okay? Yung favorable outcome po, nakadepende po yan sa mismong given. Okay po? The notation P of E is read as the probability of an event E or simply the probability of E. So, tandaan niyo po ha, the number of favorable outcome, ito po yung nakadepende sa given na event over the number of possible outcome o yung tinatawag na sample space. Ito yung total number of what? Total number of outcomes in the sample space. When all possible outcomes are equally likely, The probability is a number from 0 through 1, and it's often written as a fraction in lowest terms. Remember, when you write down the probability of an event, remember that the number or the result must be in between 0 and 1. So the probability of an event is likely greater than or equal, less than or equal to 1, ulitin natin. Probability of an event is less than or equal to 1 but greater than or equal to 0. And usually this is in fraction form. Let's have one example. A bag has 3 red, 4 yellow, 6 blue, and 7 white marbles. If a marble is picked at random, what is the probability that the picked marble is blue? So paano po natin sinasolve ito? Remember that the probability of an event is actually equal to the number of favorable outcomes. Okay, favorable outcomes divided by the number of total outcomes. Okay? So, the number of favorable outcomes, syempre, dito tayo magbabase dito sa part na to. What is the probability that the picked marble is blue? So, ano yung magiging chances natin na kapag pinulot mo yung marble or mabubunot mong marble is blue. So, ilan kaya ang blue? So, we have here 6 blue. Okay? So yun ang magiging favorable outcomes natin. So we have P of E is equal to 6 over, ano kaya yung total number of outcomes? Siyempre, i-add mo lahat yung mga numbers na nandyan. So we have 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7. So if you add these ones, with 6 plus 7, this is 13, plus 3, 16, plus 4, this is 20. So this is the probability of an event, or this is the probability that the picked marble is blue. And remember that your probability of an event should be in simplest form. So this one is not yet in simplest form. So the simplest form of 6 over 20 should be 3 over 10. So this is your final answer. Kapag nalabuan pa, ibalik-balik nyo lang hanggang sa maintindihan nyo yung lesson. Let us have our next example. 3 coins are tossed. Find the probability of getting 2 tails. So wala po to. So please pause the video and try to answer this example. When you're done, please resume this video. Done already? Let's check. So, the number of favorable outcomes is actually 3. Bakit? Number of favorable outcome is actually 3. Bakit 3? Kasi sa 2 tails po, meron po tayong tail, head, tail. Meron tayong tail, head, tail, head, and meron tayong head, tail, tail. So, tatlong favorable outcome. Kasi ang hinahanap lang po natin 2 tails lang po, no? And the number, okay, the number of total outcome, okay, total outcome po to, is equal to 8 kasi 8 po yan kanina. So therefore, the probability of an event is the number of favorable outcome divided by the total number, the number of total outcome. Okay? Therefore, this is 3 over 8. This is very easy. I hope you understand this one. Next example. In tossing a pair of dice, what is the probability of getting a sum greater than 10? So, what you're going to do is you have to write down or list down all the sample space there, which is tossing a pair of dice. So, ibig sabihin, you have two dice, then what could be the outcome of these two dice? Then after that, you have to find those sample space that the sum should be greater than 10. I will give you the time, so you have to pause this video. And once you're done, please resume this video. Done already? Of course. So let's say the number of total outcomes, remember, is actually 36. So you have 36 total outcomes. And remember that the number of favorable outcomes is actually 3. Why 3? Because the only outcome there is 5, 6. We have here 6, 5, and 6, 6. Whenever you add these two numbers, will come up with the sum greater than 10 only, which is 11 and 12. So therefore, the probability of an event, which is 3 over 36. Or you can rewrite this in simplest form as 1 over 12. I hope that you understand this example. Ulitin ko po, if this one is unclear to you, balikan nyo ulit yung sinabi ko para magets nyo po yung sinasabi ko po. So our next example is this one. So enrolling a pair of dice, we have these following events. Event A, we have 1, 6 only. Event B, we have 1, 6 and 6, 1. C, we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and 1, 6. D with the events of 1, 1, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6, 6. And event E, we have 1, 1, 1, 3, and 5, 5. So let's answer this next one. Okay, in this question, what is A union of B? So to find out the A union of B, of course, you have to find out the elements, which is the elements na hindi magkatulad dun sa set na yon, and of course yung magkatulad. So the elements of the elements in A union of B, or the elements under event A union event B, is this one. We have here 1, 6, and only 6, 1. So here are the what do you call this? Here is the elements under event A union event B. What about letter B? We have here A intersection of B. So if you go back again to the list of the events, so the only element under A intersection of B is 1, 6 only. Here's the answer. What about letter C? Can you try letter C, letter D, and letter E? Can you try this in yourself? Pause the video and answer these remaining items. Then once you finish, then you have to resume this video. Done already? Let's get into it. So for B intersection of D, so you have to find out the elements that are the same in the event B and event D. So what do you call this? The elements that are the same with the event B and event D are or is, I think this is 1 and 6 only. And 1 and 6 or 6 and 1. Okay, 1 and 6 and 6 and 1. Okay? So, 1, 6, and 6, 1. What about A union of E? So, A union of E, this is A union E. This is 1, 6, 1, 1, 1, 3, and 5, 5. And 5, 5. So here are the elements under event A union event E. Now, how about this one? What is B intersection E, or event B intersection event E? So you have to find out the elements with the same, you have to find out the same element on event B and event E. The problem for this one, there is no element with this, there is no same element in the event B and event E. So therefore, your answer, this one, B intersection of E, is circle and slash. Meaning to say that this is empty. Meaning to say there is no intersection between B and E. So remember, if there is no intersection, you have to write this one. And then this one symbolizes that this is empty. Next one. Next part here is this. If two events have a common element, have no common elements, the two events are called the mutually exclusive. The probability of these two mutually exclusive events is 0. So remember, on this the Venn diagram, when we say mutually exclusive, these are two events with no common elements. So kung mapapansin nyo, itong dalawang bilog na ito is magkahiwalay. Okay po? So, ibig sabihin, wala po silang common sa isa't isa. Pag nag-overlap po yan konti, katulad nung previous, yung merong naglapat konti or naglapat konti, then, meron po yung intersection or meron tayong common element between A and B. Ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito is mutually exclusive. So, dapat itong dalawang events na ito is walang common sa kanila. And remember that the probability of these two mutually exclusive events is always 0. So, 0 lagi, or empty set. So, let's have the rule. Probability of A union of B, intersection of B, I mean. So if A and B are mutually exclusive events, then remember that the probability of A intersection of B is equivalent to 0. And we have here the probability of A union of B. We have here two parts. First part here, if A and B are mutually exclusive events, then what you're going to do is you have to add the element or the number of the probability of A and the probability of B. Okay? And of course, if A and B are not mutually exclusive events, meaning there are some cases that there is a common element to the given events. Therefore, we have here probability of A and B is equivalent to probability of A plus the probability of B minus probability of A intersection of B. Bakit po meron tayong minus probability of A intersection of B? Dahil meron pong parts doon na magkatulad, kaya binabawasan po natin yung part na kung saan merong magkakaparehas. So, kailangan yung hindi magkakaparehas. Kaya po tayo merong minus probability of A union of B. Let's have an example of this. So let's have an example of this. So in a pair of dice experiment, we have two pairs. A pair within one pair of dice. Consider this following events. Let's say event A, we have a sum of 2. Event B, a sum of 6. and event C a 4 on one die. So ibig sabihin, yung 4 doon sa isang die lang. So I will give you some time to write down all the elements on the said event. Then once you're done, please resume this video. Can you pause first? Pause this video. Done? Let's start. So, may pinapahanap ako ngayon. Ang pinapahanap ko is probability of A intersection of B muna. But let's try to look on your answers on the elements of event A, B, and C. So for the event A, the sum of 2, this is only one element, which is 1, 1. Event B, which is the sum of 6. So take a look. We have here 1, 5, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 2, and 5, 1. And C, a 4 on one die, this is 1. 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, and 6, 4. And there is another 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, and 4, 6. Now, to find out the probability of A intersection of B, how will you do this? So you have to know first, this is a union. This is intersection. So what you're going to do is you have to find an element, or you have to count the element that is the same, that has the same on event A and event B. So how many are there? Do you see any element that are the same? There is no elements that are the same. So wala naman element dyan na magkakaparehas. So therefore, the probability of A intersection of B is equivalent to 0. Do not write this one, but instead this is equal to 0. So this is 0. Next, we have here probability of A union of B. So dito lalabas tayo sa pupunta tayo sa formula. So tignan natin kung meron po bang magkakaparehas dito sa part na to. Sa A and B, wala naman magkaparehas. Tama. So pwede na natin pagsamahin yung lahat ng elements sa event A at sa event B. So therefore, the probability of A union of B is actually equal, based from the formula, which is the probability of A plus the probability of B. So what is the probability of A? So the probability of A, how many elements? We have 1. So the favorable outcome for the event A is 1. Over, the total outcome should be 36. Kasi you are referring to a pair of dice. So pag referring to the pair of dice, we have 36 total outcomes. So therefore, 1 over 36 plus the probability of B. So number of favorable outcome, bilangin mo dito sa letter B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5. 5 over 36. So therefore, the probability of A union of B is actually equal to 1 over 36 plus 5 over 36. This is the probability of A union of B is equal to 6 over 36. Or in simplest form, this is 1 over 6. If you do this in calculator, meron diyang fraction. So kailangan, pag in-enter mo yung 6 tsaka over 36, ang lalabas po lagi sa calculator nyo is 1 over 6. Ganun lang kasimple. I hope that you understand this part. Next, number 3. What about probability of A intersection of C? First question, is there any element that has the same on event A and event C? Meron po bang makakaparehas na element sa A and C? If your answer is no, then you're correct. Because the probability, automatic, A intersection of C is actually equal to 0 because there's no same element on event A and event C. That's simple. Next, A union of C. So kapag A union of C, pagsasamahin mo lahat yan. Tama. So the formula will be the probability of A union of C is actually equal to the probability of A plus the probability of C. So the probability of A is again, how many favorable outcomes. Pag sinabi mong favorable outcomes dito sa part na ito, yun ang bibilangin mo na elements under the event A. So therefore, 1. Yan ang favorable outcome mo over the total outcome. Sabi ko nga, a pair of dice. So this is 36 plus favorable outcome of the event C. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11 over 36. So this is the probability of A union of C. And the probability of A union of C is actually equal to 12 over 36. Or in simplest form, we have 1/3. So the probability of A union of C, or the probability of event A union event C is 1/3. Next one. B intersection of C. The question, is there any element, or is there an element or elements that are the same on events B and C? Meron po bang magkaparehas na elements sa event B and event C? Guess you're right. Yes, meron. Hindi nyo lang po siya nakikita. Hanapin natin. Si 2 and 4, isa dyan. At syempre, meron dyang 4, 2. Alam ko, nakikita nyo. Opo, ito yun. 4 and 2. So, ilang elements po ba ang magkatulad? Kung ang sagot mo ay 2, then that is correct. So, therefore, the probability of B intersection of C is equivalent to 2 over 36. Bakit hindi po siya 0? Kasi hindi po siya mutually exclusive event. Okay? Kaya lang intersection kasi yan. Ang problema kasi intersection. Kaya lang hindi siya mutually exclusive. Okay po? Pag hindi po siya mutually exclusive, eto lang ang sagot niya. Hanapin nyo lang o bilangin nyo lang yung elements na magkaparehas sa B and C. Yun lang. So, total outcome or favorable outcome, I mean, which is 2 over 36, which is the total outcome. Or, in simplest form, this is 1 over, I think, 1, 6, 2, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 1 over 18. So the probability of getting B intersection of C is 1 over 18. Next one. We have here B union of C. So again, the formula for this one is the probability of B union of C. So first question here is there any element that are the same? Yes, meron pong makatulad, dalawa po dyan. So therefore we have, ulitin ko po, we have 2, 4 and 4, 2. So paano po natin isusolve ito? So therefore, the probability of B over C, union of C, is ganito pa rin siya. P, probability of B, plus the probability of C. Kaya lang, hindi po siya mutually exclusive. Kasi meron na po siyang magkaparehas na element. So paano natin gagawin ito? So, kapag ganito, may magkaparehas, dahil hindi siya mutually exclusive, magma-minus tayo ng probability of B intersection of C. Yung kanina po, yung B intersection of C is 2 over 36. Okay? So, isusulat nyo muna yung hindi nasa simplest form. Okay? Dito sa part na ito. Hindi po to simplest form muna. So, this will become the probability of B. Ilan ang probability? What is the probability of B? So, bilangin natin yung favorable outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 over 36 plus the probability of C. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, we have 11 over 36 minus the probability of B intersection of C. So, meron po kasi tayong dalawa. So, 2 over 36. So therefore, if you add this and subtract, we have 5 plus 11, 16 plus minus 2, we have 14 over 36. So the probability of B union of C is 14 over 36, or can be written as 7 over 18. So this is your final answer. I hope that you get this so far on this experiment, this example. Now, if this is unclear to you, please go back again to the part that is unclear. Next, dito tayo sa baraha. At in drawing a card from a 52 standard deck of cards, consider the following events. Face card, event A. Event B, we have the block card, and C, the card of hearts. Remember, in the 52 standard deck of cards, i-review ulit ko kayo. Face cards has how many? Color muna tayo. We have here two colored cards, namely red card and black card. Then, in this card, we have here 4 suits. We have the spade, diamond, club, and hearts. Then, for each suit, how many? 13 standard deck of cards. Okay po, 13 standard deck of cards. Then, for each suit, diba sabi ko 13. So, this has, ito ay laman ng 10 numbered cards kasama si ace at saka yung 3 face cards. So, the question here is, how many face cards are there? So, kung meron tayong 4 suits, then meron tayong 3 sa kada suit. So, therefore, face cards has how many? Face cards has 12. Okay? Black cards. Ilan kaya? Ilang cards kaya pagdating kay black cards? So, i-divide mo lang yan. 52 divided by 2, I think. So, there is 26 cards. And card of hearts has how many? 13 card of hearts. So, remember these numbers. Find the following. Probability of B union of C. So, tignan natin sa aspeto ng B and C. So, ang B natin, sabihin natin black cards. Ang mga black cards natin ay ang spade at ang club. Okay? Kung makikita nyo dyan sa right side ninyo. Ang C natin is card of hearts. May tanong, may po bang magkakatulad dyan sa part na, meron po bang magkakatulad ng element sa event B and event C? Meron po ba? Wala. Okay po, wala pong magkatulad. So therefore, wala namang magkatulad. Pero kasi union ito. So therefore, meron tayong formula. Probability of B union of C is equal to what? Probability of B plus the probability of C. So the probability of B, which is yung black card, ilan kayang black cards? Ilang favorable outcomes sa black? So therefore, we have 26 over the total card, ito yung total number of outcome, total is 52. Plus, the probability of card of hearts, we have 13 over 52. So, if you add this one, we have the probability of B union of C. So, therefore, the probability of B union of C is equal to 939 over 52. Or this one is 3/4. Pag nilagay ko to sa calculator, 3/4 yan. I hope you understand this next one. I hope you understand this one pala. Sorry. Next. Next example, we have here this one. What about probability of A union of C? Question, is there an element that is the same in event A and event C? Or meron po bang magkaparehas na elements sa A and C? Pause this video, and once you finished, please resume this video. Done already? If you're done, please let's get started. Okay. So let's say probability of A union of C. So, meron po bang element na magkaparehas sa event A and event C? Of course, meron. So, unahin muna natin ang A union of C. So, ang meron lang dyan is King of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, and Jack of Hearts. So, this one is 3 over 52. So, paano po natin hahanapin? So, let's say the probability, ayon sa formula, kasi this one is union, but this is not mutually exclusive event. So, therefore, the probability of A union of C is equivalent to the probability of A plus the probability of C minus, syempre, yung probability of A intersection of C. So, this will become probability of A. Ilan face card to? We have here 12. Black card is how many? 26. This one is 13. So the probability of A, which is 12 over 52, plus the probability of C, which is 13 over 52, minus, syempre yung A intersection of C, ito siya. So therefore, 3 over 52. So the probability of A union of C is equivalent to 12 plus 13, that is 25 minus 3 is 22 over 52. Or, in short, this is 11 over, I think this is 26. Okay, 26 now. So 11 over 6. Did you get it? Last example. Okay, probability of B intersection of C. B intersection of C lang. Okay, the question, what is the probability of B intersection of C? The question, is it mutually exclusive? If your answer is yes, then that is. Bakit? Kasi wala pong element or wala pong magkatulad na element sa B and C. Walang makakahalintulad dun sa B and C. So therefore, the probability of B intersection of C is equal always to 0. Kasi wala naman siya magkatulad. So I hope you understand everything from this lesson. So thank you very much. So if you want to review again all those parts na medyo malabo sa inyo, you can go back again. Wala pong masama ito. And kailangan maintindihan niyo po dito sa video nito. Yun lamang to. We'll see you again for another lesson.